Welcome to this explainer. Look, if you've been studying Vedic astrology, you probably already know the basics. But today, we're going to demystify the truly profound foundational tools of Jaimini astrology to reveal the massive difference between who you truly are and how the world actually sees you. Get ready, because we are going to master the Arudha, Upapada, and Indu Lagnas. To make absolutely sure we don't miss a single detail, we're going to follow this roadmap. First, Parashara meets Jaimini astrology. Then, decoding your Arudha Lagna, followed by Arudha placements and effects. After that, we'll hit Upapada Lagna and relationships, Indu Lagna and wealth, and finally, the ultimate astrological synthesis.
All right, Section 1, Parashara meets Jaimini Astrology. Let's set the stage.
So, most students begin their astrological journey strictly with foundational Parashara astrology. And honestly, that makes sense. Parashara gives us the primary predictive framework, your Lagna, planets, houses, and dashas. But Jaimini astrology? It adds the essential pillars for much deeper chart analysis. Concepts like Atmakaraka, Darakaraka, and the three special Lagnas we're covering today are absolutely vital to getting the complete picture. It's like finding a whole new dimension you didn't even know was there.
Moving right along to Section 2, Decoding your Arudha Lagna, the illusion versus reality.
What does this actually mean? Well, the Sanskrit word Arudha literally means mounted, reflected, projected, or manifested image. In practical astrology, your Arudha Lagna is not your true self. It's your visible image and the reputation you project out into society. It's exactly how the rest of the world perceives you.
This distinction is absolutely crucial. Lagna represents your reality, your deep inner identity, and your physical body. The Arudha Lagna, on the other hand, represents public perception, your personal brand, and essentially, it's your astrological social media profile. Think about it. You might be a deep introvert with average wealth in your day-to-day reality, but your Arudha Lagna might project you to the world as a highly extroverted, extraordinarily successful public figure. Kind of mind-blowing, right?
Now you might be wondering how to find it. Calculating this is actually super simple. Step 1. Locate your Ascendant Lord. Say your Ascendant is Aries, its Lord is Mars. Step 2. Count the distance from the Lagna to that Lord. Let's say Mars is in Cancer, that's 4 signs away. Step 3. Count that exact same distance, 4 signs, starting from Cancer. That lands you right in Libra. So boom, Libra is your Arudha Lagna.
But wait, you must always apply these strict Jaimini exceptions. If the Arudha you just calculated falls back into the original house, or the 7th house from it, you have to move the Arudha to the 10th sign from that location. You can't skip this. These are non-negotiable rules for accurately pinpointing your true public reputation system.
Let's jump to Section 3, Arudha placements and effects.
Here's where it gets really fun. Both benefic and malefic planets can make you famous, but they attract entirely different flavors of public attention. Benefic planets in your Arudha Lagna bring popularity, a glowing reputation, and really sweet public support. Malefic planets, they bring incredibly strong visibility, for sure, but often it's through polarization, intense controversies, or a kind of fear-based respect.
We also have to look closely at the Lord of the Arudha Lagna. An exalted AL Lord is like a VIP pass. It indicates strong public respect, much easier visibility, and makes you appear highly influential. A debilitated Lord, however, indicates reputation struggles and annoying image fluctuations. Actually, let me add a quick caveat. Before you start predicting public doom and gloom, always carefully check for Nicha Bhanga, which is the cancellation of debility. The house placement of the Arudha Lagna Lord tells such a fascinating story. Take the 6th house, for example. You might face public conflicts or loud critics, but you literally rise and create massive recognition by solving those problems through service or even litigation. In the 8th house, your image is wrapped in total mystery, occult sciences, and sudden transformations. And in the 12th house, you might hold a spiritual image or become hugely famous abroad while remaining practically invisible back home. So if you're just starting out, don't overcomplicate it. Simply assessing these 6 basic components will quickly reveal someone's public standing. A strong AL and a strong AL Lord mean a bulletproof public image. A weak AL and weak Lord? Yeah, that means reputation challenges. Just synthesize the signs, the lords, and the aspects to get the full story.
All right, Section 4, Upapada Lagna and relationships. Let's uncover marriage and partnerships.
Extensively discussed in classical texts, the Upapada Lagna is calculated by applying those same Arudha principles, but this time to the 12th house and its lord. Now, I know the 12th house is usually thought of as loss, but in this specific context, the UL reveals the manifestation, the nature, the public form, and the overall sustainability of your relationship and marriage. It's a total game changer.
But you absolutely cannot look at this in a vacuum. For a truly complete picture of marriage dynamics, you always have to study the Upapada Lagna right alongside the 7th house, the 7th lord, Venus, and the Jaimini Darakaraka. While the hyper-advanced calculation nuances are best saved for dedicated workshops, combining the UL with these foundational elements is essential for getting it right.
Section 5. Indu Lagna and Wealth. Time to talk about material prosperity. The Indu Lagna is famously known as the wealth ascendant. It points directly to your financial fortune, your resource availability, and your actual capacity for wealth accumulation. It's calculated using the moon, the 9th lord, and specific numerical planetary values. Think of this special Lagna as a highly tuned prosperity indicator.
Now, let me be crystal clear here. The Indu Lagna is definitely not a replacement for the 2nd house, the 11th house, or your traditional Dana yogas. Not at all. It acts as an additional, heavily supporting wealth indicator. Just like the Upapada Lagna, the multi-step calculation of the Indu Lagna is usually something we'd walk through in a practical webinar. But trust me, it beautifully complements your traditional wealth houses.
And finally, Section 6, the ultimate astrological synthesis. To truly master this material, we have to flawlessly blend reality with perception. Learning Jaimini Astrology unlocks the answers to massive life questions by adding dimensions that basic Parashara analysis often completely misses. It literally answers, how am I perceived? What is my true public image? How does my marriage actually manifest out there in society? What is my wealth projection? And most importantly, what is my soul's true direction?
So if you take nothing else away from this explainer, remember this methodology. Step 1, start with Parashara. Step 2, confirm everything through Jaimini. Step 3, synthesize both systems. The absolute safest approach is to never use Jaimini techniques in total isolation. When both of these systems agree on an outcome, your predictive confidence is going to absolutely skyrocket. And if you want to see exactly how this methodology is applied in real time, you've really got to look at the experts doing it right. Master astrologer Shivanshu Pande perfectly utilizes this combined approach, leaning on Parashara for the core foundation and Jaimini for deep, undeniable support. Seriously, for anyone seeking practical, balanced methodologies that synthesize these exact tools, Shivanshu Pande's highly respected platform, shivanshuconsults.in, is just the absolute gold standard. Highly recommend checking it out.
So we'll leave you with this final provocative thought to chew on. Are you ready to discover how the world truly sees you? Now that you've got the foundational tools to separate reality from public perception, it is time to dive straight into your own chart. Go look at your Arudha, your Upapada, and your Indu Lagnas, and uncover your true public reflection. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and happy analyzing!